Okay. So how to connect an Aurora with Linux AMI. So we're going to and perform all these steps. So first of all, we need to launch one Linux instance. Linux easy to instance. So, and I'm going to choose my IP. Okay, it's not mandatory, but choose it. So, and create one Linux AMI. Okay. So just go to your AWS and go to EC2. Already there. So click on launch instance. So mention Linux, the Linux Aurora instance. And here you are going to select either Linux 2023 or Linux 2 AMI. So choose Linux 2 AMI. So based upon the commands, we are going to choose. So which command I used here? Just wait a second. Okay, Linux 2023 only. So choose Linux 2023, not AMI. And key pair must be choose some existing key pair. Otherwise, create a new key pair also. So here I'm going to choose from my IP. Okay, I'm going to choose my IP and increase the memory up to some 20. Just click on launch instance. Okay, so let me go to instance here, spending. Okay, so next step here is so we need to create an RDS database instance. Okay, so just go to your RDS here. So open an RDS. Just click on DB instances. So I want to create database here. So in yesterday's class, we choose standard create, but today we're going to choose the an easy create. Okay, easy create method, and I'm going to choose defaultly Aurora Postgresql selected. So keep it as it is. Okay, keep it as it is, and so we have two instance sizes here. We scroll it down, production and development and test. If we choose production, which will give 8 virtual CPUs and 64 GB of RAM. Okay, so choose development and test only, and give some information. So I'm going to give database name is database only, and username is what? Some Postgres here. So my Aurora, I'm going to give some my Aurora and Postgres database. So username, okay, use the same Postgres and give the same username here. And after that, password we need to select it or automatically it will be generated. Okay, so I need to create the password and credential self-managed. Okay, choose one. But credential, what we are going to choose? Okay, previous is not there. Self-managed and master password. I'm going to type 128. And after that, click on the setup EC2 connection. So yesterday's class, we don't connect the EC2 instance. And today we're going to connect to EC2 resource. So next step is what? Connects to EC2 resource. So if EC2 instance is there, and automatically, which must be available here. Okay. Click on this thing. So just click on this thing and are completing all the configuration and review and create database. Okay. Review and create database. It will take some time. So what I'm going to do? So everything is okay. Easy create, PostgreSQL database, development and test, DB cluster, username and password, EC2 instance, and then click on okay. Everything is okay. Just click on create database and create database. So just click on okay. Just close it. So in the meantime, okay. So in the meantime, so what I'm going to create, I want to create one more database. So that is and MS SQL, Microsoft SQL Server. So which will take some time. In the meantime, I'm going to create one more database instance. Create database, standard create only, and choose what? Microsoft SQL Server. Okay. So whatever the steps we performed on the MySQL yesterday, and same steps must be performed on the Microsoft SQL Server also. Amazon RDS. So we had 4 different types of editions: Express, Web, Standard, and Enterprise. Choose the Express edition. So in my system, I have one SQL Server client is there. SQL Server Management Studio 19 is there. So I want to choose less version like this one, 2017 version, and choose some free tier here and type MS SQL username and okay, give admin and password and give some password here and scroll it down and T3 micro default T3 micro is selected and choose this one only. Choose 20 GB storage. Connectivity, don't connect EC2 instance. I want to connect this instance to my local database instance. Okay. So choose all default settings. Public access. Make it as S here. So choose all default settings. Click on create database. So for me, what happened here? Successfully created my Aurora Postgres. Okay. Now it is available. Click on the instance. Click on this particular instance here. So in the monitoring, okay, so click on the my Aurora Postgres here. So we have 2 instances, reader and writer. Okay. So those are still creating. So we have to wait. In the meantime, so when it is available, we're able to connect with the our EC2. So we have to wait. Just refresh here. So just refresh the page. Still creating writer as well as reader. So we are going to use the reader endpoint, not the writer. I'm not going to insert any data into database. So I'm going to read this particular database and I want to perform some basic operations on it. Okay. So database operations is not our task actually, but for understanding point of view, we need to perform some of the operations. Our operation is what? How to create it, how to connect it. That's it. Okay. that particular PostgreSQL programmer or MySQL programmer, he is able to interact this particular database. So still creating only. So refresh the complete database. Still creating only. So what we need to do after that, after creating, so go to EC2 instance, open it, and we need to install some of the things. I just log in, and after login, and I want to update the OS. I want to update the OS. So it's not it creating a. Okay, both are available. Reader available, writer also available. So just log into EC2 instance. Just go to command prompt. So locate the key pair location here and log into EC2. So let me type and sudo DNF update. I want to update the my Linux same. Yesterday what we did, sudo apt update. We execute one command. So in case of Linux, we need to use the DNF package manager. Okay. So let me execute this command. Okay. Nothing to do. Everything is up to date. And after that, so what I'm going to do, I want to install PostgreSQL 15th database engine. Copy this. Type what? Yes or no? Type yes. Okay. So successfully installed. And PostgreSQL -v version is not there. Mm, not mandatory, but we'll see. PSQL okay, command is wrong. So PSQL version. Okay, 15.6 version is installed. And then okay. So next step is what we need to connect. Okay, we need to connect what this particular. So right now I have how many databases? So this MS SQL is creating this different case. So I have Aurora PostgreSQL is there. So in this, I want to connect with this reader class, reader endpoint. So what is the command? PSQL -f1 host, PSQL -f1 host, and we need to copy what? We need to copy. We have two endpoints here. Writer is there, reader. We need to copy the reader endpoint. We mentioned the port number, port 5432. Username, what we gave Postgres is the username. Password is 128. Okay. So let me execute this command. So I just copy this command in Notepad and I just want to customize it. So what we need to change? We need to change the endpoint here. Copy the reader endpoint and paste. Okay. Everything must be same. Not yet copied up. And password. So what happened successfully? The PostgreSQL prompt is connected. So how to execute some of commands? Okay. So commands are different. So we're going to execute some basics. PostgreSQL commands. Some of the basic commands. The first one, connect to database. We already connected. So next one. So list all databases. Type backslash L here. Backslash L plus enter. These are what? Different types of databases available in this PostgreSQL. And after that, switch to another database. We are going to use -c space database name. But how to create database? So how to create database here? So just wait a second. Create this in and PostgreSQL. So we don't have a permission. So let me check the syntax. Using create database command in SQL, I think. Not on Postgres. Create database DB name only, na? Same thing. Okay. But we're going to use capital letters. Okay. So create database AWS underscore and Postgres. Now type -L. It's not there. We don't have permissions. Huh? Okay. We execute some basic commands only. For example, switch to another database and /c database name. So these are what? Different types of databases. I want to switch to another database /c RDS admin. Okay, we don't have permission. Now /c and Postgres. Okay, successfully connected to the Postgres database. For example, okay, you are now connected to the Postgres database. So list all database tables /dt. So control /dt. Did not find any right now. We not created any table here. So that's why it's not showing any database tables. List users and roles -du /du here. Some of the users and actually roles. This particular user is going to create role, database, everything. Remaining users cannot log in. They don't have login permissions. Okay. So working with Postgres is not our part. So we are going to connect the database. Okay. Successfully, which must be connected. So let me check MySQL is created or not. That is MS SQL is created or not. Click on databases, which must be backing up. So MS SQL also created. So how to connect MS SQL with my local instance? Okay. So Click on MS SQL. So we got one endpoint here. We also got one endpoint. So we are going to wait until the status becomes available. So let me open my MS SQL server. So for example, so in my system, I installed Microsoft SQL Server. So Microsoft SQL Server Tools 19 here. And here I'm going to open, just 20 seconds. Where is Management Studio? Okay. SQL Server Management Studio 19 is there. So just open it. So just click on connect. This is my local database engine. No? So this is my local name and username and database schema name. So just click on connect. So which contains what? Some databases. This is my local PC. Local PC database. So what I'm going to do, I want to connect with the remote database. That is, I want to connect with the this particular MS SQL database. So open it. So what we need to do, we just copy the endpoint. Just copy this endpoint. And here, choose what? Connect to Object Explorer. Choose database engine. Here server name is what? Endpoint. Remove this one. Paste the endpoint. Okay. Authentication. Choose SQL Server Authentication. What is username? Admin username and 128 is the password. Click on connect. So let me check. So what happened? I have two databases now. This is my local database. This is what? This one is what? AWS. Just observe the domain name. Amazon AWS.com. RDS remote database. So expand databases. In my local PC, I have a database with named Praveen. But here, which contains RDS admin. So if you want to create a new database, how to create it? Click on database, right click, new database. It's remote database, that's why it's taking some time. But successfully it must be connected. Okay. So due to the T3 micro instance type, it taking some time. So we have only two virtual CPUs, 1 GB RAM. Na? So that's why it taking time. So we'll get the window here. Didn't get anything. Yeah. So new database. I think it's not completely created now. Now it's available. No database is available here. The port number is different for okay. So we got this window. Okay, I'll explain it. So I'm going to create one more database, some AWS underscore MS SQL. Just click on what? Okay. It's going to execute the query. Okay. It takes some time only. So what happened? Done now? Database underscore MS SQL. Successfully, the database is created. Okay. So in this manner, we're going to create what? We created how many databases actually? Two databases. One is the PostgreSQL database. We successfully connected PostgreSQL with the very easy to instance. Okay. And second one is I created the Microsoft SQL Server database. And so if you launch the instance, you have to get the bill. You have to pay the bill. So that's why I'm going to just connect this database instance to my local SQL Server management studio instance. Okay. So next, remove this thing. So disconnect, automatically deleted. We disconnect automatically, it will get deleted. So next one, how to deallocate it? We need to remove it. So how to remove this database? So online people, is this clear or not? Connectivity part. How to connect my MS SQL as well as how to connect Aurora PostgreSQL database. Give me some response based up after that. I'm going to remove database. And how to remove database, I'm going to explain it. Okay. So if I type exit, what you'll get here? We need to type quit, not exit. Quit /q. It gives a hint also. We just log into our. Again, if you want to connect, use the same command. Using up arrow and down arrow, we're going to get the commands here. Press enter. Again, enter the password. Successfully, we connected. Right now, and quit from database. Okay. So just remove the delete MySQL first. Okay. Click on actions. Click on delete. So we don't want to create any snapshot. We don't want to create any backup. And uncheck these two things. Confirm it. Type what? And delete me. Click on what? Delete. So database must be and deleting. So if you want to delete and PostgreSQL database also, select the database. Just click on actions. So what happened? Delete is enabled or not? Delete is not enabled. Why? Because we need to delete the instance one, not this one. Okay. We need to delete the first instance, and after that, the delete must be enabled for the actual cluster. Okay. So within this cluster, we're going to create multiple database also. Okay. So choose instance one, click on action and delete. Type delete me, click on delete. Now select this one. Okay, what happened? Okay, database this. Actions, what happened now? Delete is enabled. Don't create, snapshot, acknowledge it, and type delete me. Just click on delete DB cluster. So, okay, successfully the database get deleted. So we can create